Hi, my name is Alex, and I just finished leading a class on a longer version of a forgiveness meditation that I currently have. And I had a lot of requests for it, so I came straight home and I'm going to record and share with you this longer forgiveness meditation. So when we think about forgiveness, you want to think about sometimes there are people that we need to forgive, sometimes there are situations we need to forgive, and then sometimes we have to forgive ourselves for some things. And all are equally difficult, and they take work, and they don't happen overnight. So listen to this meditation as much as you need. There are so many great ways to dive a little deeper into forgiveness, and you can leave a comment underneath the video if you have a question or are interested in learning more ways, and I can leave that information for you. But let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and close your eyes, or at least decide if you want to be seated or lying down, but give yourself a moment to get in your place. So the eyes are closed. You're beginning to transition your mindset to going into this meditation. So giving yourself that space to do so. Beginning just to feel a little heavier in the body, a little rooted, grounded. So if you're lying down, the body weight feels heavy. Thinking as if the weight of the body is being supported by whatever it is that you're lying on. So if you're lying on a bed, maybe feeling like more comfortable, like it's soaking you up. If you're seated, think about rooting down, rolling the shoulders down the back, tucking the tailbone under. And begin to notice the rise and fall of the belly. So anytime we come to our meditation, we would like to be in a calmer state of mind. So being able to slow down the breathing is going to help you tap into that subconscious mind. It's when we quiet the mind that we hear the answers or are able to process things a little bit better. So breathing deeply to tap into that. So forgiveness means I recognize that whatever I am criticizing you for and condemning you for is simply a projection of what I'm secretly condemning myself for. Therefore, in changing my mind about you, I'm really changing my mind about myself. So allowing your mind to go to this feeling of surrendering the emotions that are attached to pain. And if it's someone that you need to forgive, or yourself, or a situation, start to just allow that to come to the surface for yourself, even if it feels somewhat painful or sad, which may occur. Allow yourself to release the wall of protection that you've created, and imagine it as if it's like a brick, and just gently remove one brick and then the other, allowing yourself to open up to the idea of the possibility of forgiving, or at the very least releasing a little bit to feel lighter. Take a deep breath in through the nose and let it go. Two monks are walking down the road. They arrive at a muddy stream crossing, and a well-dressed woman declares, without introduction, "Don't just stand there. Someone carry me across this mess." Without pause, the older monk lifts her across. She says nothing, not even a thank you. The two monks walk all day. The whole time, the younger one stews in his mind. How could he pick her up? We're not supposed to touch women, or even talk to them. And she was so rude. Someone should say something to her. She didn't deserve our help. Finally, arriving at the inn for dinner, he cannot hold himself back any longer. "What were you thinking?" he asked his friend. "She was nasty, and you broke the rules. She didn't even say thank you." The older monk smiles gently and replies, "Wow, I put that woman down hours ago, but you've been carrying her all this time." Letting that idea sink in. How long have you been carrying that weight? And how has it affected you? Has it created anger and resentment in the body? With forgiveness, we make amends when needed, but let go of the extra baggage. We give ourselves the same benefit of the doubt we'd offer a close friend. Take a moment to notice if the body is completely relaxed. And if not, allow yourself to be more comfortable. Bringing your attention to the physical sensation of breathing. Noting whatever is grabbing your attention or whatever you're feeling. And without judgment, bringing your attention back to the rising and falling of your breath. If you're having trouble acknowledging the breath, gently just place a hand on your belly and physically see the rise and fall of your belly. Your body is moving so that you can breathe. Everything is working as it should. And I want you to begin to picture something that comes to mind that you judge yourself for. Maybe you feel regret or irritation or sadness over something. Notice how it feels even to bring it to mind. What does it feel like in the body? Then focus on these three phases, not forcing anything, but setting an intention. Quietly saying to yourself, "I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. And bring your attention back again, repeating the phrases to yourself. For a few moments, instead of the breath, using these phrases as a focus for your attention. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. This type of practice may become too painful, and at any time, without judgment of yourself, come back and focus on the breath, the rise and fall of the belly, and allow yourself to settle and return when you're ready, now or maybe sometime in the future. Our mind naturally holds on to instances where we feel mistreated by others. There may be experiences that were entirely wrong or traumatic, or that concretely require our attention or action. At the same time, we can practice avoiding the second arrow. For whatever situation or person you need to forgive, say this to them. I forgive you for not understanding. I forgive you for making mistakes. I forgive you for causing pain and suffering to me and others. Again, imagining if you were standing in front of them or able to give this message to them. Tell them, I forgive you for not understanding. I forgive you for making mistakes. I forgive you for causing pain and suffering to me and others. Letting go of the tendency to add resentment and judgment and everything related to challenging and unpleasant situations. But if it's too much to consider at this point, return to your breathing. Or begin focusing on compassion for yourself instead. Practicing this kind of meditation can be quite challenging. So in these next few breaths, on each in-breath, noticing, accepting whatever you feel right now. And on each out-breath, as you would for a close friend, offer yourself relief or freedom or strength or whatever first comes to mind. Forgiveness means I recognize that whatever I am criticizing you for and condemning you for is simply a projection of what I'm secretly condemning myself for. Therefore, in changing my mind about you, I'm really changing my mind about myself. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Drawing your awareness to the center of your chest, your heart chakra, focusing on the color green. This is the color of your heart chakra. Imagine there is a green light circling in the center of your chest, knowing that this green light provides love and compassion. Allow yourself to accept as much of that green light as your body needs at this moment. Allow that green light to expand outside of the body, wrapping you in a cocoon of green light. You are wrapped in love, compassion, and healing. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Another deep breath in. Letting it go. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And gently say to yourself, I am enough. I am love. I am light. I am worthy. Deep breath in. Letting it go. And gently beginning to draw your awareness back to this moment. So finding a little bit of movement. If you're lying down, finding your way to your fetal position, and eventually rising to seated. Rolling the shoulders down the back and tucking the tailbone under. Take a deep breath in, letting it go, and arriving back to this moment by gently fluttering the eyes open. So hopefully this forgiveness meditation is something that you can work with to begin to find the softness and the kindness and compassion in seeing people as humans, each on our own journey, knowing that at times people will need to ask for forgiveness from us as well as them. So while situations may be different, we are all very similar, and at times we may need to be forgiven as well. So find that softness within your heart and work through the forgiveness the best you can. Have a beautiful evening. Namaste.